The toughest challenge I've ever had to face is myself, and it's still myself. When I start to feel angry, I feel like I want to hit somebody. I feel that there's a struggle inside of me between the good side and the bad side. It's a fight to see who wins first, who has more control. The bad side is, so most of that time, it almost takes total control of me. It's like becoming a monster, and I don't want to become that at all.
When I first met Lewis, I noticed that he exhibited leadership qualities. I noticed that he had a very bad temper.
Because of his temper, he's been in fights in different years of schools. Since pre-K, I think.
He wasn't the type of person that wanted to back down from anything or anyone.
Basically, society is stress. It's school is stress because you got tests and stuff. And to come home and have to worry about, oh my God, if I go out on the street, there's somebody who's going to provoke me to fight. Because you got gangs nowadays that they fight over stupidity. God forbid you wear a color. You got to hope that they don't approach you. Because right there, the approach will provoke you to fight. Well, everyone does have heroes, but mine, of course, is Spiderman. I love Spiderman. I guess the most fascinating thing I find about him is that he's an ordinary teenager who he didn't choose to become a superhero, that I guess life chose him to be the superhero. And he sometimes has problems with power and anger, and I look at how he deals with it and I see myself. I got into a fight, but I kind of lost control.
Yeah, there was one particular fight where he really got at the kid, and I thought it was going to be seriously hurt.
This kid said I had sexual contact with my sister. Basically, that was like a trigger. I jumped over the table, grabbed him, and lost total control, where I broke a lot of bones on the kid, and I found out later on he was in the hospital for 3 months. When I had seen the kid on the floor bleeding a lot, I looked at myself, I said, this is me.
You probably would have been in jail, or who knows, probably dead. That's how bad your anger was.
She saw my rage come out, and I guess she was surprised, and when I looked at her, she was in a face full of tears, and it kind of shattered me. I was becoming disruptive in class, and my behavior was getting a little bit worse, and I didn't like that at all. So I asked my teacher about counseling.
And just in 1 year, he's went from a young man that could find no other way to resolve a problem but through violence, to now a young man that I would say is one of 3 people in this school that I would and have gone to on several occasions to resolve conflict in the school.
With great power comes with great responsibility, which is true, which I consider my anger is the great power, but there's a responsibility of controlling that anger.
It takes a bigger person to stand back and say no to violence or no to anger. It's not an easy thing to do.
I don't really need anybody else to make me feel good. I need myself to make me feel good.